Alright, let us head to Fields Gym. Okay, so Fields Gym, 24-hour weights, cardio, and aerobics. We have a coffee. And let's see, can we go in?
It seems to open with a key card.
We need a key card to enter, probably a member's card. So let's switch to Joey.
It says members only.
Yep, let's go inside. Okay, so Joey, there's a picture frame here.
Looks like that picture frame fell off the wall.
We can't look at it. There's also a calendar.
A calendar with a marker pen attached.
Currently January the 7th. There's also a marker. And we can't do anything here, well, because it's Joey. There's also a celebrity endorsement.
Looks like some kind of headshot photo. Probably someone famous who uses the gym. Let's see here. Tanya Corsi. Hey, wait a second. Is that... Yeah, that's the spook from George's roof.
Okay, so we figured out the identity of the ghosts in George Austin's roof on the other apartments. Tanya Corsi. And we can only get this information if we go, if we find the ghost in George's roof. There are some treadmills here, and we can go to the man's room.
Nobody here.
Hey, does it look right? Seriously, does it look right?
Does what look right?
The light bulb. I could swear it was blinking.
It looks fine to me.
Huh. I gotta do everything myself around here.
Okay, so here is Peter.
Looks to be in his 50s? It's hard to say. He's got the hair of an older man, but the body that most guys in their 20s would envy. He obviously worked out religiously, for all the good it did him. Hey, friend, can we talk for a second?
Are you sure there's nothing wrong with that light?
I'm no expert, but it looks fine to me.
Well, what can I do for you?
Hey, is your name Peter Fielding by any chance?
That's me. Why?
No reason. You own this joint, right?
Yes, I do. My dad built it. You could say it's a family business. Been running it around 20 years? Seems like yesterday.
So what's the story with the lights?
I don't know. It's driving me crazy. There's something wrong with them. I can tell.
Well, like I said, they look totally fine to me.
I'll just have to keep checking.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks. You looking to join?
Ah, no, I really don't think exercise is gonna do me much good.
It's amazing how many people think that. You're young. Your metabolism is still going strong, but time catches up with you before you know it.
You're preaching to the choir, Peter, but I'm still not interested.
Well, we're here if you need us.
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of. He built it when he left the army. I took over long ago.
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of.
Okay, that's just the same dialogue. Let's check the notes.
So tell me about yourself, Peter.
I'm the guy who's gonna kick your butt into shape.
Ah, well, we'll see. Do you know Heather Goffstein?
You know Heather?
Kinda.
Wow, Heather. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
Can you tell me anything about Heather?
It's been a while. And I didn't speak to her much back in those days anyway. Sorry.
Did you know Jeffrey Dutta?
You know Jeff too?
Not really, I just heard of him.
Good guy. Took care of my neighbor's dog when she was on vacation.
Ever hear of the Grace Group? I understand you went to a few meetings.
You know about that?
Sure.
Wow. Well, yeah. I went to some meetings. It was all I needed.
Why's that?
Well, I wasn't the most focused of people back then. It's a long story, but in the end, I went to work with my dad running this place. It's been my life ever since.
Hey, I think I met a friend of yours, Father Michael Cooper.
You know everyone, don't you?
I get around.
Michael. Haven't heard that name in a while. How is he?
He's seen better days.
I'm sorry to hear that. he'll pull through. He always has.
I hear Tanya Corsi went to this gym.
She's been coming here for years. That body you see on TV, I take full credit for that.
Well, we all gotta be proud of something. So tell me about your...
I'm the guy.
Ah,
Okay, I think we have every single piece of information here. We can ask about Benjiro, but no one is going to tell us anything ever. I don't even know why that's there.
so how are you feeling?
Fine, why?
You don't feel strange at all?
What do you mean?
Well, just hypothetically speaking, you don't feel like you're gonna explode?
What, like indigestion?
Not quite.
I am on a strict diet of wheatgrass shakes and fiber. Indigestion is the last thing I have to worry about.
Well, I'll see you around.
You got it. I'll be here. I just gotta see what's wrong with this damn light.
Okay, let's leave for a moment.
So I found Peter.
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Yeah, he's safe and sound. Spiritually speaking, anyway.
Huh. Michael was sure that Peter's ghost was taken.
Just between you and me, Michael doesn't look to be sure about very much.
Okay, switch to Rosa. Let's leave and head back to Grace School because I
So, have you heard of this Tanya Corsi person?
Tanya Corsi? Was she in the gym?
No, it's the name of our roof spook. Is she famous or something?
You could say that. She has a TV show.
I think you mean she had a TV show. Let's get going.
Now let's go to Grace School because I think
Blackwell, a pleasure to see you.
Madeline will give us something.
We found one of the Grace Group spooks, Peter Fielding.
I see. Is he still intact?
Yeah, he tried to get me to join a gym.
I thought as much.
You thought so. What do you mean?
You know as well as I do, a spirit cannot be moved from this world until it is spiritually ready. It would appear that is also the case here.
But what about George and Leah?
From my understanding, they were aware of their death when they were taken.
Yeah, they were.
Then there is your answer. They were spiritually ready to leave this world, and so were vulnerable. This Fielding, was it? He is a lucky soul indeed. Until he is made aware, he cannot be taken. Not by you, or by anyone else.
So what? We just leave the spook to rot?
Of course not. It has been known for some spirits to become aware on their own. The right face, the right moment, anything can trigger it. And if that happens to Fielding, no. Our duty is to save him, and save him we shall.
How? The usual rules have been chucked out the window. We make a move and he gets hammered, and we're not gonna let that happen. Not again.
It is a dilemma for certain.
You've been around the block a few times, so to speak. Nothing like this has ever happened to you before?
The destruction of the very essence of life? No. Such a thing is difficult to contemplate, and to witness it, even more so.
So wait, this is our fault?
Whatever do you mean?
Leah, George. Just by trying to save them, we destroyed them.
I suppose. Yes, it could be seen that way, but please do not blame yourself. How could you have known?
Ignorance doesn't change anything.
Listen to me. Whatever or whoever is taking these souls, they were marked long before they died. All we can do now is move forward and save who we can.
We need to think about this, plan our next move.
Of course. In fact, I might have an idea along those lines. I must confer with my host. Please excuse me.
Do we just go in?
He's okay? Peter's really okay?
He is still deceased, but in all other respects, yes. He is as well as can be.
This changes everything. You have no idea. You two, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I never even considered that Peter's soul could be saved. And maybe Heather too. Yes, Heather. If she wasn't taken, then her soul must still be lost.
And this is a good thing?
Of course. If a soul is merely lost, it still can be saved. And maybe so can mine.
So, what's your plan?
We are approaching this from ignorance, and possibly from fear. Before I was trapped in the void, I was a spirit guide for a very long time. I can learn much from a spirit by looking at it and talking to it. If Fielding's soul still exists, then it must be brought here.
And Heather. Heather's soul must still be out there.
And her as well, of course.
Peter Fielding's spook is at the gym. It's not too far away. You can talk to him there.
Are you kidding? I step out of this circle, who knows what could happen? If I die, there's a good chance I'll be an aware spirit, just like Leah and George, and then...
Be at peace, my host. I would not ask you to do such a thing.
Well, thank heaven for that.
Besides, it is unnecessary. As you say, only spiritually aware souls are attacked. Since this Fielding is not spiritually aware, meeting him in his current state would be fruitless. We need to awaken him before I can determine anything about him.
Won't awakening these ghosts destroy him? Aren't we trying to avoid that?
Don't be absurd. We'll put them behind this circle. They will be safe there.
And how are we supposed to do that? Spooks like me can't enter the thing.
This might surprise you, Mallone, but I did think of that. Come here. Take this.
What's this thing?
Call it a totem. It was made with some of my essence. The circle was created in much the same manner, so it will make a perfect focus. When you awaken a spirit, use the totem to send them directly here. They will remain safely behind the circle until we can determine the next course of action.
So I'll be trapped in this circle with Peter and Heather's ghosts?
I am afraid so, my host.
Well, I suppose it can't be helped. And I guess it will be nice to see them again.
Yes.
I need to know everything you can tell me about Heather.
Well, there was one thing. It was a confession of sorts, you see, and she trusted me.
What was it?
You don't understand. It was a confession. It might have been a long time ago, but it was still a sacred trust. I can't betray that trust. It goes against everything I believe in.
Don't you think that under the circumstances, she would understand?
I'm not sure God would.
Does it really matter? What's the worst that could happen? You lose your soul?
My God, when you put it like that. Heather was a prostitute. She wanted to confess, but didn't feel right entering a church. She might have been Jewish, judging by her name, but I think she just wanted to speak to someone who understood.
Understood.
Someone who had been to grace group meetings. Someone who had had a life-changing revelation, like I did. I don't know what her revelation was, but she wanted to purge herself of her old life. So she asked if I could come to her apartment and listen to her. So I did.
Do you remember where she lived?
I was a priest entering the house of a prostitute. It's not something you forget. She lived by Tompkins Square Park. Here's the address.
Okay, got Heather's address.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter? Anything that can help us?
No. Of all the people in our group, Peter was the one I spoke to the least. I think George once belonged to his gym, even took personal training sessions for a while. But George wasn't really the personal fitness type.
Okay, I think this is enough.
I guess we should get going.
Then I do believe our talk is concluded. I will return outside.
Hey, Madeline?
Yes, my host.
It's all right.
All right.
Yeah, stay inside. It's cold out there.
I don't feel the cold, my host.
I know. Just stay, please, and thanks.
It is my pleasure, my host.
Okay, a thing I don't really liked about the conversation there is when I only had a single choice of dialogue to click on. That seems a bit pointless, but let's just continue the game. Okay, so we now have Heather's house, we got Phil's gym. Let's see. If I remember correctly, these two are pretty much independent, but you have to go to Phil's gym first. Phil's gym. To see a ghost, so Madeline can give you the totem. So let's continue over here, perhaps. Let me just check my phone. Let me just... check this, check the web for more information. If it exists. Okay. So... Father Michael mentioned that George was a member of the gym. Does he have a key cards?
I don't even know what they are.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not.
It's empty, thank God. Me cook? I'd probably just start a fire.
Yeah, no thing here.
No, it looks really fragile and expensive.
Well, since we're here anyway. Oh, what was her name? Tanya Corsi.
Tanya was the host of the Good Morning Show. I remember hearing that they got a new host, but I didn't know this was the reason. Channel 11. I think their head office is in Penn Plaza. Can't hurt to ask around.
Okay, we also have a new location where she worked.
Joey, could you come out here?
Relax, I'm here.
Let me just send Joey in. See if there's any new information we can
Hi there.
Hello again, mister.
that we can acquire.
What brings you by?
You're Tanya Corsi, aren't you? You're in television.
I knew you'd get it. That's me, Tanya Corsi, host of the Good Morning Show on Channel 11. Now all the mystery is gone.
So, Tanya, tell me about yourself.
You want to get to know the real Tanya Corsi, the Tanya that you don't read about in the tabloids and magazines?
If you'll let me.
I barely know you, Mr. Mallone. Although if you swing by more often, you might learn a thing or two.
Do you know a Heather Goffstein?
No. No, I don't. Sorry.
Come on, that note on the floor, it has Heather written on it.
So, like I told you, it has no meaning to me. I don't know any Heather.
Okay.
Well, Tanya, I have to get going, but I'll see you around.
Ta.
Okay, nothing here.
Joey, where are you?
What?
Now, I don't remember how to get into Field's gym. Where do I find the
Got a
key
sec?
cards?
Yeah?
If Peter's ghost is still around, maybe Heather's is too?
You've got her address, let's find out.
Maybe they're not as independent as I thought. Okay, let's go to Heather's. Well, there she is.
Hey, how'd you get in?
Ah, hello, miss.
Answer my question. How'd you get in?
Oh, the gate was open. Is that all right?
Sure, I guess. Just be sure to close it when you leave. I don't want to get in trouble.
Excuse me, miss?
Oh, hi. What's up?
You sure you should be out here?
Why shouldn't I be? It's perfect. It's so nice to finally have a night clear enough to enjoy this place.
Clear night, right. Is your name Heather Goffstein?
Oh, I see. You came from Ray.
Ray?
Of course. You did come from Ray, right?
Sure, Ray. Him and me go way back.
No, I don't think you do. If you want a date, you'll need Ray's permission.
A date?
Isn't that why you're here?
No, not at all. I just want to talk.
Really?
Really?
Well, I suppose that's all right, but we should stay out here. If we don't go in the bedroom, then it's not a date.
You live here?
I do. Why?
No reason, just making conversation. You don't seem terribly surprised that I'm here in your garden.
It is a bit strange you appeared out of nowhere, but hey, I'm used to men appearing on my doorstep. And for some reason, you seem safe.
Safe?
Yeah, just a vibe.
Huh. Thanks, I guess. So, tell me about this Ray character.
I really shouldn't. Ray is really exclusive with the clients we're given. I shouldn't have told you the name.
So, tell me a bit about yourself, Heather.
Can we not, please? Let's just enjoy the evening, okay? It's nice out here.
Sure. No problem.
Well, let's just ask about Peter and the Grace group then.
Do you know a guy named Peter Fielding? Runs a gym in Murray Hill.
I can't really say one way or the other. Sorry. I could get into trouble.
Huh, interesting.
Can you tell me about the Grace group, Heather?
Grace group?
Yeah, you were a member, right?
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Come on, think. You met in the basement of Grace Church.
What, like AA? I'm not an alcoholic, thank you.
Okay.
Well, Heather, I have to get going.
Sure. I'd leave the gate open, but for some reason, I don't think that will be a problem for you.
Alright.